When hearing aids are first switched on, three things often catch people out. Their own voice sounds odd, cutlery seems sharp, and running water sounds far louder than expected. For many people, those reactions settle. Other problems need adjusting, and knowing the difference can make the first few weeks much easier. I'm Adam, I run Alto Hearing. We're a group of independent audiology clinics in the UK, and this is what I'd want a first-time wearer to know before they're fitting. So the hearing aids should be programmed for your hearing. They shouldn't simply be taken out of the box and placed in your ears and then switched on. Your audiologist will use your hearing test to set them up, and they should also measure what the hearing aids are actually delivering in your ears, checking that speech is audible without louder sounds becoming uncomfortable. The physical fit needs checking as well. A hearing aid behind the ear shouldn't dig in, it shouldn't rub against your glasses or feel loose. The part sitting in your ear should feel secure, but it shouldn't hurt. Before you leave, you should be able to put the hearing aids in, take them out, charge them, and clean the parts that you're expected to look after at home. Now, this can feel fiddly. Most people become much quicker after a few days. And if you've forgotten half of the instructions by the time you reach reception, well then say so. Audiologists expect to repeat things. Now, what will they sound like? Well, hearing aids often sound brighter and more detailed than people expect. Paper rustling may suddenly be obvious. You might notice footsteps or the indicator on the car, a tap running, or cutlery touching a plate. Hearing loss usually develops slowly, and as certain sounds become softer, the brain gets used to receiving less information from them. When those details return, your brain can give them far too much attention for a while. So over the first few days and weeks, many of those sounds begin to feel less prominent. Your brain starts sorting them again. Some sounds need time rather than an immediate adjustment, because the same detail that makes cutlery noticeable can also help speech sound clearer. Your own voice can be one of the strangest parts. It might sound louder, hollow or echoey, maybe slightly blocked. Some of this can settle, and the physical fit and the programming can affect it too, so mention it if it remains distracting. But a useful question is whether a sound feels unfamiliar or genuinely uncomfortable, because unfamiliar sound can be part of getting used to the hearing aids, but painful, harsh or unusable sound, well, that needs attention. Try to describe what happened rather than simply saying the hearing aids sound bad. Was speech loud enough but still unclear? Were plates and cutlery uncomfortably sharp? Did your own voice sound blocked? Where were you and who were you trying to hear? Those details give your audiologist something specific to work with. Now, one of the most common mistakes is saving hearing aids for the time that you really need them, like restaurants, family gatherings, and social events. They're some of the hardest places to listen. Wearing unfamiliar hearing aids only in those situations makes the first experience much harder. Ordinary use at home gives you time to get used to your own voice, the television, conversations, and everyday sounds. Some people wear their hearing aids all day from the start, and others build up over several days. Follow the advice given at your fitting, but regular use is usually more helpful than wearing them for an hour every few days. Now, hearing aids should make conversations easier, but they won't restore your normal hearing, and they won't remove every trace of background noise. A restaurant will still sound like a restaurant. You may still need to choose your seat carefully, have the person you want to hear in front of you, and keep some distance from kitchens, loudspeakers, or large groups talking over one another. Partners and family members sometimes notice the changes first. They might repeat themselves less, or the television might be quieter, or you might answer a question from another room that you previously would have missed. From your side, you might simply realise that one conversation went more easily, or that you followed a television programme without concentrating quite so hard. Now, modern hearing aids need some basic care. Rechargeable models need placing in the charger regularly. Earpieces, microphones and wax filters need to stay clear, and if a hearing aid suddenly goes quiet, wax, moisture, a blocked filter or a charging problem are common causes. So follow-up appointments are expected. The first fitting is based on your hearing test and measurements made in the clinic. The follow-up uses what's happened in your daily life. The volume might need changing, certain sounds may need softening, speech may need more clarity, and the physical fit might need checking after several hours of wear. So leave the fitting able to use and look after the hearing aids. During the first week or two, wear them consistently and make a note of any problem that keeps happening. At the follow-up, be specific. Tell your audiologist where you were, who you were listening to, and what sounded wrong. Day 1 is too early to judge the final result. Check whether the hearing aids are comfortable, whether conversation is beginning to feel easier, and whether anything needs changing. Give them time and stay in contact with your audiologist. If a hearing aid is sore, painfully loud, or simply unusable, contact the clinic rather than waiting and hoping that it settles.